Elvis 2022 is a film directed by Baz Luhrmann, I believe. I may be mispronouncing that name. Starring Austin Butler in the role of Elvis and Tom Hanks in the role of Elvis's manager and promoter. I went to go see the film Sunday afternoon with my grandma, and before I get into the positives, for the sake of this review, I'm strictly going to keep it spoiler-free as I possibly can to not hinder anybody's experience with this film. So first, positive I have to give, I loved every minute of this film. I felt that the pacing was wonderfully executed. There was not one single moment in this movie where I was questioning how much longer we had to go into the runtime or how much longer we had to go until the credits started rolling. And I believe that is a great achievement by the director due to his stylistic choices. Baz Luhrmann is also known for films such as Romeo and Juliet, as well as The Great Gatsby, two films known for their use of color and all these different stylistic decisions. Not only helps move the plot forward, but also puts the viewer in the mindset of what it was like to see Elvis perform in that time period. In a time period where there's no performer like him for mainstream audiences. And so, the music, the color, the stylistic, the camera movements, everything I feel conveys perfectly what it must have felt like to see that and to show how much of a rock star Elvis was for his time period and still is today. My next positive is going to be Austin Butler's performance. He absolutely knocks it out of the park with every single scene that he's in. He captures the movements, speech, the mannerisms, everything about Elvis to the point that I had trouble keeping track whether if they were using Austin Butler or if they were using actual footage of Elvis in some scenes. In an interview, Austin Butler said that he had about a year and a half to practice and get everything down and get everything perfectly right for the role. Due to the pandemic happening, he got an extra 6 months or so. He said he watched interviews, he watched concerts, everything he could soak in about Elvis, about the character, about the man, the myth, the legend that he was playing, and it shows in everything he does. Another great performance that's probably no surprise is Tom Hanks. I thought Tom Hanks was very good in this film. This is the first darker role that he's taken, and I'm just going to leave it at that for you to see for yourself. He was very great and very different than what he's done before. One thing that people have been complaining about, though, is the makeup and prosthetics that they used for him, which I don't really understand. Many people were complaining about the way Tom Hanks looks, but if you look at some images of the character he's playing, Colonel Tom Parker, Elvis's promoter, it's actually very impressive what the makeup team was able to do, and I think it helps a whole lot because Tom Hanks disappears into that role. When you're looking at him, then I wasn't seeing Tom Hanks, I was seeing his character, more or less.
We are the same, you and I. We are two odd, lonely children reaching for eternity.
And for my final positive, I'm going to have to say the ending was very good. It almost made me clap in my theater, although I would have been the only one clapping. That was very emotional, very heartfelt, and just overall very good. And for my only negative, I'd have to say some shots you can tell they use CGI to get quick camera movements, and to put in the words of my cousin, it looks something similar to a Nickelodeon live action movie. But besides that, I loved just about every aspect of the movie. For casual fans of Elvis, then I feel like you'll walk away learning a whole lot about his life, his career, the ups and downs, and basically how it all ended. For me, I've always wondered how he went from his 50s stage to the Las Vegas performer in flashy clothes. But overall, in closing, I would encourage you to see this film any way you can. If you can see it on the big screen, do it. I believe just about every movie deserving of it needs to be seen in theaters, what it was made for. If you can watch it on Redbox, streaming, whatever, watch it, because it is so far, it is my favorite movie 2022. And that's the end of this review. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. I really appreciate it. God bless.
Must be hard being a king.
We're caught in a trap. I can't